Short stream. Estimated time 4 hours. No, unfortunately, it's gonna be more like 2.5. So, this is another unfortunate week. Where I don't have the time to do a perfection, or that'd be the entire stream. It is actually chilly in here. What is the temperature outside right now? Why is it so cold in here? 60 outside. You can hear I barely have the energy. I need to drink some water. For real though, drink some water. Man, I have been missing these past week. Getting these lands for my Magic the Gathering cube. Just a few. Trying to get that set up so that way they're consistent. Have 20 of each different kind. Green screen messed with it. That's true. I'm not gonna bother fighting the green screen. How's it going, Cholito? You had a good week? I still need to do the recording for that video. But so far, every single day, more of my Magic cards came in. I went, oh, Magic cards! And then I got completely distracted. Happy and blessed Sunday to you too, Shalom! Alright. Let's play Quetzali. We haven't played Quetzali in, like, a long time. But gold. It's pronounced butte, I'm aware, but let's get this page refreshed. I need to reopen the page. Where it is it? There we go. We'll go ahead and visit it there. We're planning on doing weekly challenges. I am planning on doing weekly challenges once we are finished with the perfections. But yes, I do plan on doing weekly challenges. Okay. So there's water here, which means there's this here and this here are more than likely not going to be our two villages. Quetzali has such a high abundance of resources in their territory. Village here, perfect. Next village, right here. Because pretty much every single tile, as you can see, is going to have resources. It's one of the nice things about playing Quetzali. Ooh. Not gonna lie, this start is a little rough for us. But if it buys us time, then it'll allow us to make a comeback. Because Quetzali is great at slow and steady. I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna explore with this village here. When we get the chance. We're going to try to do everything we can to make sure that the explorer does not go this way. So we need our defender to move here next turn to go 1, 2, 3. Fruit. We're going to take a workshop. Change of plans. It's IMO right over here. Or it could be a Quetzalimir, but pretty certain it's IMO. They started with 600. So we're going to move here. Move over to here. And then we shall pass. We shall pass the turn. This is a really bad spawn for us. This is the turn that they get their monument, so you're just going to see them jump and score. The good news is that's going to give us more points once we explore and find them. And we're going to be able to guarantee it. So these last couple plays, because I moved here, we found out this, and then we had noticed we had a change of plans. What we're going to do is we're going to go and pick up fishing. Port. Go here. Look at that. So now when we explore, the explorer's pretty much going to have to go either go here or here. We're also going to go here to try to help prevent it from going towards us. Fish. And explore. Keep going down. I'm not mad. And pass the turn. Danielle Games, how's it going? It's been a while since I've seen you. You updated your avatar. Fish, port, just so we can get more resources. And we pass this turn. Yeah, want to play a match against you, got an account set up. Nice! I'm thinking there's a village here. We're going to see if we win this race or not. I think I lose the race here. There's nothing I'll be able to do about that. What our opponent should be doing is moving here and hitting, which they did. But unfortunately for them, can we play next match? Yeah, we could probably play next match. I need this village. We both got some interesting spawns here. The issue is I'm the one that realized that the water is the way to win. Yeah, they're not on the water yet. I didn't even score count to see if they already have their, if they have philosophy or not. I'm assuming they do. If I was my opponent... Yeah, they've got some good yellow. We're gonna assume they know what they're doing. We're gonna go there. Pass the turn. A tiny map for a quick game. Dang! Sure would have loved for me to have won this. So he can keep hitting this defender. It's not going to work out for them. He can keep hitting the defender. It begins. Honestly, I think I just save my resources and pass the turn here. He wants to keep hitting this defender, which is fine, because it's going to cost him more and more resources. Alright, now they're getting onto the water. I need hunting next turn. Because if you also notice this entire setup, this is basically a river with an ocean here. This is yet another misplay by our opponent. Yeah, spacebar does nothing. Alrighty, we're gonna hunt. 1, 2, 3. Resources. Need to get ourselves a warrior. Need to get ourselves a defender. And... we're gonna go ahead and move back. It worked really, really well. Pass the turn. I should have moved it here and then slowly moved it to this village here. But now our opponent loses this village and this village. So if we can keep them to these 4, while I take these other 2, secure the water here. Then we should win this one. We're going to let this one heal up. We're gonna put more strain on our opponent. Because next turn, we can confidently pick up archery. Yeah, they're gonna try to get onto the water. It's not gonna work. Ooh, defenders. Look at all these people on the water. And defenders do nothing against these scouts. So now he's actually just inviting me to just start destroying all of these boats for him. Nice. We're going to go and put a defender here. Because at this point, we start winning all these exchanges. I can put a port here. It's like they're showing their inner Kiku. Right, I mean... yeah, I knew they were going to be going rammers. I shouldn't have done this. Man, I made such a blunder. What the heck was I thinking? Oh well, we still get archery. Man, there's so much stuff I did wrong this game. I should have just taken these two villages. I should not have put all of my boats here. Man, I fell for the bait. What was I thinking? Man. It's okay. We'll spam archers and we'll make a comeback, but there's no reason it should have gone to this. And now I'm just 100% behind. Come on, I need some good tech. Help me out here. Farming is the most useless tech for Quetzali. Thank you very much. Yeah, we basically just lose here. Man, I threw that so hard. Because ping. Let's just go on to the next game. That's just, man. No reason to finish off a game that I already know I lost. Oh, man, I threw that so hard. There are 0 items in the defeat playlist. Why are there 0 items in the defeat playlist? Alright, we're going to switch to bopping then. Man, that was bad. That was so bad. Man, I played that so bad. Oh man, what's the Quetzali tribe name called? It was Icarus, not Anzala. My brain was telling me Anzala. Icarus versus Imo Small Lakes. Oh man, that was so bad by me. Why didn't I just take the villages? I would have made up for it in economy. Would have been able to outproduce him onto the water. I should not have gone all the way over to take the bait and let him just rammer me for free. Oh, that was just so bad. Alrighty. Okay, so somebody wanted to challenge me. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. Are we friends yet? Just send me a friend request. As y'all guys know, I send a friend request to everybody. I'm currently at 122. See how high the friends list can go before the game starts to lag. But are you sure you want a tiny, Danielle? Because that is very... I mean, it would be short. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead... Where is it? Copy text. How's it go, Daniel? How could you join now? All right, so there are... I know that's not you. I know that's not him. We'll try with Daniel first because he asked. So essentially what you're going to want to do is you could do it in one of multiple ways. I mean, I would just click here and here. Add player. Oh, wait, that's for local? Oh, that's pass and play. So let's say I did this. I would then add a player. So you could put the invite, like, click, copy anybody to join this game into the Discord. You could add me as a friend, which is going to be the best way. Oops. We're going to go and leave that. I'm just Tolby. Yes, there are 2 Tolbys available. You want to friend up with the PC version. You can technically friend up with both, because when I'm not streaming, I'm on the mobile version instead. But I'm barely there then. I'm barely there nowadays, so. We're nearly at 400 games. Mind you, these is 400 games that's played exclusively on live streams. This is all I use my PC version for. My goodness. Alright, there you go. Games played, 6. Alrighty. So we'll play and then we'll review the game. So, I know you want to play on Tiny. My recommendation, especially when playing against random people, don't play on Tiny. How's it going, Christopher? But you don't want to be playing on Tiny. If you're playing on Tiny, you're going to be playing against tribes that are exclusively going to be basically Cymanti or any tribe that excels in a Tiny format. Yep. Alrighty. So in order to send me the request, don't forget you're going to have to go down here to new game. German Toledo. Oh, so well, go small. I'm telling you against random people. Like, if you're going to play online and you want a fast game, you're better off playing smalls, not tinies. Like, you could request whatever for me. I'm just giving you that advice. Actually, I disabled Cymanti when I sent your request. But you'll want to go here, online. I mean, you could do Glory or Might. I recommend doing Might. The games will go by a little faster. And they don't just suddenly end. Small lakes, and then live game. That way the game moves on a little bit faster. Select your tribe that you're going to want to play. And then make sure to invite me. There's going to be a lot of people that are always going to min-max when you... unfortunately. You added me, right? Yeah, we're added. Because you should be... right over here. You recommend Imperius and Nomagi? Yeah. Right now for the tribe votes for people for me to play, it's basically I'll accept the dice as random. And then when you get the game made, click that plus. Here, we're just going to... So once you pick your tribe, and then this pops up, you're going to click add. And then you're going to want to send the invite to me. Oh, my bad, A-Talk. Apparently I accidentally sent him an invite. Alrighty. And... it has been voted for. People want random. Whenever you're ready, my good sir. Good luck and have fun. You can stay in the... It's entirely up to you. I always accept that some people are going to stream snipe me already. That doesn't mean I say you should, but if you want to just hear whatever I'm saying and thinking as you play, that's fine.
Mighty Leader.
Alrighty. So, we are playing... Looks like they're going to be Barter or Imperius. Now, we are playing on Small Lake still, and I would prefer to go around the outside. So we're going to send our archer out instead of in. By the way, you have Hoodrick Lo-Fi. You're only missing 2 normal tribes. Hopefully we'll finish those this week. Ooh. If we go there, it'll reveal all these. So we're going to go ahead and move here. Meh. Hopefully we have a better spawn. I need to finish downloading the rest of them. So someone on the Reddit was mentioning... What in the world is this map? Username, how's it going? Yep, shout out to Daniel Games. He's trying to play a game himself, so we'll see how it goes. Definitely be wishing him luck. I don't know his actual experience. We're gonna go and workshop here. And then, if it doesn't go his way, we'll review and see what he could do to improve. However, the way this map is currently generated, what the heck is this? I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go here and pass the turn. Because, this is so bad. Yeah, for my resources, yep. We moved our archer here to support our warrior in case it needed it. And we shall pass the turn there. This is very slow. Oh, I should have trained a warrior. I should have actually trained a warrior. Market rush? I don't think so. Not with this spawn. I don't even see the grounds for our opponent. Alright, I want to go here. We're gonna gamble. Lumberhots. Explore. Alright, we're gonna train an archer to be going around the outside, but my goodness. Oh, this is so bad. Yep, they're Imperious. Well, they might not be. No, they are definitely Imperious. They are not Hoodrick, or else they wouldn't have started with 560. So, they're Imperious, right over here. Which means they spawned here in the far western corner. Well, they could have spawned in the north, I guess. Reason being, if for some reason our opponent somehow ended up putting a boat here, and then they pick up sailing to snipe here, we can defend our city. That's the whole reason we went ahead and got our archer here. Right, hunt. And Lumberhalt. Resources. Hunt. Lumberhalt. We're just gonna go workshop. Try to start getting as much as we can. You go there. We're gonna train a warrior. The warrior is gonna go down. I want this archer to go here. Pass turn. This is a map I probably should be trying to rush getting onto the water now. Money and more money in these ruins to save your life. I mean, we have like a majority of the map with this terrible spawn. So our opponent doesn't have much to work with either. Now granted, I'm playing blind, you know, and I'm always going to tell you playing blind is the worst way to go. We're going to pick up fishing first before claiming these ruins in case it's an explorer. It's a Schwartzman. This changes quite a bit. We're going to move up. We're going to have the swordsman explore outwards. And pass the turn. Part of me wants to train a safety archer, but I really need to just level... I could have leveled this city up. I need to be playing short term. I should not... Well, we made this mistake last time. Is the opponent good enough to know the importance of water? There's a good chance. Hey, look at that. Oh, yes. Yes, they do. Alrighty. We're going to make this as difficult for our opponent as possible.
Imperious.
Fish. Fish. And Lumberhot. City Wall. Warrior. Archer. Start going around the outside. Ooh. And Archer. Pass turn. Sucks that that's the only port city. Oh, heck yes, it does. He's going to take 4 now. Stupid mountain. Well, but if you also notice this mountain, it's going to allow me to move out over to here. So we're going to have to get climbing anyways. Domber border growth win. Nope. Ick. Border growth. Because don't forget, our opponent's already, like, here. Pelting Lolo with scouts. Lumberhots. 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 Border growth. Was that a misplay? Probably. We'll see. We're still fine. Why, hello there. That's not something you want to see. Ikek would be perfect for a market. We're not getting a market. We're fighting for our life right now. We're praying to the ruined gods that we, is what you're doing. Ooh, I mean, it'd be great if I got population in at least one of these. Mathematics would be fantastic as well. Why would you do this to me? Well, that's fine. Hunt. Lumberhot. Super unit. Park of Fortune can go here. Nah. Park of Fortune goes here. Resources. Archer. And pass the turn. We're so cooked. Nah, we're fine. Because if our opponent wants to keep pelting this city, they can. Three versus 100 cities? That's fine. It's also important for us to understand our outs. Our opponent has spent a lot of resources on this entire navy, which is being dismantled by an army half the price. Now, it's not going to that advantage is not going to last forever for us, unfortunately, but those are the current facts that we're working with. It's not going to siege Lolo, meaning I'm gonna go ahead and move here. And we're just gonna move up here, I guess. I shall pass the turn. So this raft can't do anything. He can definitely capture this village, by the way. The boats are expensive. Yep. Our opponent is pivoting for defenders in order to try to gain an advantage. Good call on their part. Did my game just crash? Look at this. Hee-ho! Sawmill. Super unit. Pass the turn. Oh yeah, that's true. Everyone, don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh man, this is such a tough game. Hee-ho! Feel good about this game? I mean, you watched me throw the previous game. You underestimate my power. Cat. Cat. Oh, man. I did not expect the extra giant. Really wish that I could do a giant push right now. We can't send siege, but can we retake? Um... Issue is I'm about to take a lot of damage from that. We'll see. Another cat? Yeah. I could keep wreaking havoc on all of his cities over here. I'm gonna keep doing what I can. I should be able to take care of this. We could definitely take it back. Yeah, we could definitely take it back. This person's micro is not very good. You have that. I mean, they've got a better position than me, but we'll see. I mean, my micro has not been that great this morning either. Definitely move here.
The killer monument is complete.
Alrighty. Lumber huts. Sawmill. Lumber huts. Border growth. There's nowhere for me to actually put this is the issue. MapGen have two port cities right away. Wonder if the capital had port access. I don't think he had immediate port access, but I don't think their spawn was great either. This is more Imperious is better tribe in my opinion. Probably, but that's fine. We're gonna make it work out. I'm just short still. We ram, we siege. I can't afford it. Should be able to just go with archers here. And then pass the turn. Chop. I could. I really want to just get more another giant here is the thing, though. Turn's over, but you could have used 2 catapults to kill the shield on Lolo and siege with giant. Yeah, you're right. We'll probably still end up doing something like that anyways. I think this is the better play here. You should have sieged it. I think I was a little bit short, but again, it's probably gonna be fine. 12. That will be enough. Just to siege on its own. Should have rushed philo philosophy. Maybe. Our opponent's forgotten about the village down here, so if I just slowly start... One. Lubberhot. Hunt. Fish. Super unit. Pass turn. No more text needed to win. Better micro. Cloak viable option? It actually is. Cloaks are definitely a viable option for us here. Well, that was not smart of our opponent. Our opponent panicked a little, I guess. Because, yeah, that was the wrong play. Alrighty, I don't think I really need any techs. Sailing would help, but I don't think I actually need any techs here. How many kills are all y'all's at? Lumberhot. This is what separates veteran players. The long game is where little mistakes add up. Yes. All right, I spent all my entire last turn thinking, so. Oh man, I feel a little sad for our opponent. He's trying to rush bombers. In this case, he should be trying to get like rammers here. This rammers would be helping. He just spent 15 stars here again. So these archers are going to sneak on in. Pew! Bonk. Alright, port. Oh, I meant to move that archer down. See? So you're telling me he still has a chance? What I could start doing... We're gonna go and just pick up mining here. Mine. I'm out of resources. That's fine. We're just gonna pass the turn. So he isn't even getting one shot with the bomber. No. Is he making the rammer when the raft is ready, spent for the turn? The water play didn't work. Archers are countered ships. He didn't push his advantage inland quickly enough. Should have went for Rider roads to help land battles. Sneak in with archers. Yeah. That's what I'm planning to sneak in with the archers here. We still don't have sailing. This, I'm not gonna lie, this is uncomfortable territory for me. I'm usually a big stickler of, oh, I gotta get sailing. Now, our opponent has 9 minutes. He should try to take advantage of his time to think what's gonna be the best moves. I don't know how much vision our opponent has. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty certain our opponent has been here with his stuff. So he knows that we have a raft here, which means he knows that we can... Alrighty, and then we siege the city. Ooh. Opponent has been up and scored the entire game. Yep. Yep. Do I go ahead and siege just to siege? I think we do. We hurt their economy. I thought they had a village over here. We'll go here. And I'm going to go ahead and finish leveling the city up. Sawmill. Lumber huts. Do I need a lumber huts? Yes. Order growth. I'm going to go ahead and do the shorter, better route and just pass the turn. I'm not going to have enough time to level up that city. So that's a double siege. I think he double siege, yeah, because he has a cat that can. Oh, he has a cat. He should have multiple cats. I would assume he'd have a cat here, here. We know he has one here, right? A siege on Lomos is unbreakable. Yep. Yeah, we know of at least one. Why did it look like he came from here? When there's no land here or here. Dang, I was hoping to get that extra vision. Oh well. I mean, our opponent's making the right choice to get catapults to defend, but hopefully he's not stuck in a position where, he's essentially only defending. because he's got to get units onto the water, but... It's hard to come back from this for him now. Yeah, we're in the late game. You can make a comeback in the mid game, but late game comebacks, those are tough. We're gonna go and bring this back. No reason to lose it. Man, I really want to get right of roads. Alright, well, we're just going to start leveling this city up. Lumber hots.
Super units.
It's fine. I'm spending too long thinking during my turns. I need to be thinking during his turns. So what am I doing next turn? It would be great to start converting all these into better units to deal with our opponent. This archer is going to sneak around the outside. Rider roads would honestly give me the mobility that I need in order to help secure this game. This city is going to be a massive pain to finish leveling up. Do I have my killer monuments placed? I do not have my killer monument placed. So where am I placing it? Probably in this city to level it up. Where's this city? It's only level 2. And it has a pop in it. So we're going to try to level up this city to get ourselves another giant. That Juggernaut's dead. Nice. Alright, I need scouts. That way I can take care of those catapults. I know a lot of people probably think that, no, I don't need that. Probably don't. Jug put in work, so we appreciate him. Oh, he did fantastic. We also got another one following up. I really do want to level up this city, though. Which we could level it up with that mine, because we had picked up mining. Up 1 port, and then our killer monument. There's no good place for our ports, though. Not in this city. The best place would honestly be here. Mine. And we're going to go ahead and place a Gate of Power. Population growth. Get ourselves that Juggernaut. No text for me to pick up. There's sailing. Pick it up. Ooh, that's a free level up. Mine? Resources. We have to stay there. I'm going to force them to use these resources. Is there any more units I'm training? I don't think so. We're going to just pass the turn. Ooh, they have cloaks? I don't. Where's the eye? Where'd the... Oh, shoot, you're right! Oh, that's a bummer for me. I did not see the eye. Oh, well. That's cool. Good for our opponent. Trying something. Now, the real question is do they have a chain of cloaks? Yeah, that eyeball is hiding right up here. It's okay, we'll be fine. The cloak is dead, though? Yeah. So it's time to play a game called Minesweeper. Giants onto the mountain. That might be all I need. We're gonna move here. Sorry, bud. Great attempt by our opponent, though. There we go. They did have a coastal city. Honestly, that's equally spirit-breaking as landing your own cloaks. Now it's cleanup time. Yep. So this game now is over. Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm actually really surprised. This was an exciting game. Coastal capital. Wow, their game flutes. Yep. Everyone, I've never lost faith in. This was one heck of an interesting game. It's probably the our opponent could have tried taking advantage of this and improve his economy. We never had a chance to really solidify ours. We're just going with the get giants in every city economy strat. I don't have trade. Great for the contents, as Justini says. We'll go in siege. We're going to have this archer be a rammer, because why not? And yeah, it'll do it right there. I'm gonna go and just pass the turn. We don't really need that much more. I join you now at the turn of the tides. Yeah, I mean, I didn't make perfect plays either. There are definitely, I think, 2 moments when you guys called out that I could have sieged. We'll definitely take a look at that, but more importantly, I'd like to assist Daniel out and try to point out where Daniel could have pressed his advantage. A swordsman down there did work. Yeah, he stood down there in one place, which is crazy to go, hey, that's a massive thing to do. The moment, yeah, he started making bombers in the wrong place. He made them where my swordsman can just kill them. If he really wanted to make units on the water there, they should have been rammers. Look at this coastal city. Look at it! Yeah, there's so much fog. V placed a bomber there? Oh, yeah. Oof. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. Ah, my mouse! Mouse! Move! Mouse! I am being sabotaged. I don't need no more units. I'm gonna go here just to deal damages and not take retaliation damage. Pass the turn. We'll offer whoever wanted markets. There we go. It only took us 28 turns, but we rushed markets. I also think that newer players don't like to resign when it's clearly lost. My daughter never ever resigns. Either that or they can't realize when there's no hope. Yeah, part of me thinks he's kind of just trying to understand what happened this game. Because... Ah, shoot! Because this really did go from, like, unlosable to what the heck happened. The cloaks! Nice. I'm gonna go slow and steady. We're gonna do this in a way. Yeah, I like that. Once the capital is gone, it's over. Yep. I mean, he can unsiege with these 2 daggers and all that. But this catapult is too far forward to be doing much good. It needed to have been on this tile here. Toby, quick message to I do know there's no hope, but I prefer to keep fighting. I've been waiting to play so for long. It's okay. It's okay to resign. If you do resign, I do plan on reviewing the game to give you some tips and pointers. So, I mean, if you want to finish the game off as well, you can unsiege your capital here using pretty much it has to be these 2 daggers. I'm going to assume you have another catapult back here. You really need these catapults in a better position to support your cities. You're a brave fighter. 0 stars per turn. Oh, no, our opponent probably has maybe 3 or 4. But yeah, this was a really, really good game. I do definitely want to review it. I did get nervous. I actually thought that I was going to lose at one point. So we'll have to definitely see what went wrong at that one point to cause the game to go as it did. Keep playing for 2 turns. That's fine. Yeah. If I was in Daniel's shoes, I would have hit right there as well. That's pretty much the best spot that they could do right there. Can he get another giant? I mean, even if he gets another giant, that... Oh, chop play. I don't see it. If he gets roads, how many stars is he at? Points is he at? I think he's literally 1 pop short. He needs roads. We're gonna go ahead and road up here. Get ourselves the Grand Bazaar.
Network monument is complete.
Mark. Alright, we're gonna do this first. Make sure there's no mind bender. Just me knowing myself. I would definitely go, alright, we're gonna do this, and it's gone. I gotta put this here just to avoid, There we go. That should do it. I want the Eye of God. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get the Eye of God, unfortunately. By the way, guys, I've been playing Polytopia over 5 years now, and I didn't have an account now, so yep, that's fine. I've been playing Polytopia since its actual initial release. And by release, I'm talking like in the beta when there was only a couple of tribes. Hope he can Houdini your giant. It's gonna be rough. Definitely seems like you weren't a brand new player. Those water plays in the early game were good. Yeah. I agree with Shalom there. There were definitely some micromanagement issues, though, but we'll cover them. Someone said you were new. Oh, I did. He only had 6 games play. He's new to multiplayer. And do be aware, the multiplayer... Like, it's pretty much for any game. You can be really, really good at the single player, always dominate the AI, but the moment that you go, oh, well, I'm really good at this game. Let me play multiplayer and see how I do. Yeah. Honestly, multiplayer is an entirely different game. It is. I remember being... I used to play Warcraft 3. Man, I got so good. I was being able to beat the insane AI, and I'm like... Yeah, I'm really good. I know what I'm doing. Let's go and jump into multiplayer. I lost every game. Crazy AI is nothing like real people. Yeah, they even cheat. They get double resource reduction, so they can have a strong early game. But, they don't get to make the smart decisions that human players make. But also, AIs are intentionally made. Don't forget the golden rule when it comes to games. You think you want an AI that's impossible to beat. You really don't. You want an AI that's going to impose a challenge for you. Because if you get an AI that's impossible to beat, you'll give up and quit. Some people will fight over and over and over again to try to figure it out, and that's amazing. But you don't want an impossible AI. You want one that's going to give you a challenge. But you still want to win. That's why I'm not too good against people. AI bots are just bots. You can't really show off your real skills when you with them. Thanks, Shalom. Lost time here for me with the game. I got on a mobile and didn't realize there was multiplayer until I finally decided to buy another tribe. Man, because of my Warcraft 3 experience, I was so nervous to jump into multiplayer. Then I did. I joined Polychamps. I did okay. Oh. Yeah, no Eye of God. Sorry, my fellow dudes. We'll go in Grand Bazaar here in the water. Another park. Weekly challenges are a good mix. They are. But yeah, so that was a good game, Daniel. Because I know you've definitely been playing for a long time. Heck, you've been around for nearly the 2 full years I've been streaming. How am I doing on time? Okay, I have enough for one more game. This was Madrid versus Imperius. Small Lakes. This one is versus Daniel Games. Oh, we'll do Gamer 340. But that was a great match. Alright, so we're going to review this really quickly. We're going to do this from your point of view, so we can see exactly how things went. Tutorial time! So starting off with the level up, fantastic. You get writing. Okay, so writing is a very interesting pickup here. But if you look at the tribe scores, I mean, I could be playing Cymancy and writing would be very important here. But you immediately started off with a double warrior start. So writing here is actually hurting you because you're not using it right away. If you see this village here, if you had picked up, say, fishing, that would have helped a lot. Heck, actually, fishing would have been really good here. Didn't have the long-term strategy. Yeah. So, right over here on turn 2, you picked up writing. I'm going to call you out on it. That's your first misplay. Because there are 2 ways to start off Imperius. You start off Imperius by You're gonna level up, most likely workshop. Some maps, especially on Tiny, you're gonna do an explore instead. Turn 2, you move your warrior, and this is the point where you decide, are you going an aggressive riding strategy, or are you gonna go more economic strategy? You picked up a warrior here, and this is telling us you want an economic strategy. If you wanted to go with riders, you do not train a warrior here. By not training a warrior here, that leaves you with 5 stars, and then on your next turn, boom, you have 9. That allows you to then pick up riding right here, as you did, and then you can train a rider. Then, on turn 3, when you move your warrior up to this spot, you move your rider to this spot right here, and now you're equal distance, but you have riders instead of warriors. Now learning the Justini strategy of Philo Rush Imperius. Yeah. And then you train a second rider in order to start heading in the third direction. However, with this strategy right here, I would argue that you should be going with an economic start and be picking up fishing as your second technology instead. This allows you to level up your capital a second time, establish quick network connections here, and now on this city here, and rush the water. Did he train any riders? Hey, there's a rider. Workshop. Then, whenever you do decide, if you did go with the fishing strategy, what would have then been able to happen is with this city, you go here and you explore. And there's a chance that the explorer then comes all the way around to this side and you're sad. Fair enough. But more than likely, you're going to be able to have the explorer go off this way in order to find your opponent. You know that there is land here or here. Or actually, you know it's here because of this tile. So by doing an explore on this city, and plus now you have this city growth right here, city borders here, you'll be able to find me and give yourself a resource bonus. Fishing does seem way more useful. That's right, yeah. Now, a lot of your decisions are always going to be based on the game, so never make a decision going like, this is my opening strategy for every game. And that's the beauty of lakes, is you have to be a lot more adaptive. But I think starting off fishing would have been much stronger for you. But at this point, now it's all moot. There's not much else you could do. You made your bed, you got to sleep in it. Free level up, that's good. Please tell me you level up. Alright, minor misplay. You play support. You want to grab fishing here, this fish here, port, level up, get stars, and then you could do a little bit more. Get a better economy earlier on. Like, look at this. Massive navy on the water. So at this point, please tell me you explore. It's fine. All right, tip number 2. You got to use your explorers. This village is very far away. If something goes wrong, you're not going to be able to defend this city very easily. And notice whenever I did finally start getting units over here, you could not get your attack live on stream. This needed to have been explored here. Let's say worst case scenario, you forgot to move your warrior first, but you, boom, go here. Worst case scenario, explorer goes here, and then it's going to start exploring and giving you all this vision that you need. Because I bet you the lack of vision is what cost you here. Woohoo! Population, good, good, good. Just needs a little bit more for a good level up. In fact, you can get a giant next turn. I mean, that was probably a better play, but... I'm not going to say this is the wrong play. But consider this instead. What if you built a port here? So on this turn, you grabbed your fishing. Boom. And then built a port. That's a trade connection. That's a level up. Then you built a port here. That levels up this city, getting you a giant. Now, you also have a monument that you can place. Give you an even better lead that you've already got going. That way you can get an early giant, apply even more pressure. It's cute that this is a rider. This should have been a warrior. Riders are too expensive in this instance. Right over there. Also, minor misplay. Nope, actually not. That's... I thought this was already on the water. For some reason, my brain told me it was on the water here. No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead and capture that city. Another level up. Beautiful. It's fine. It's fine. You gotta use your explorers, my dude. Like, you're doing a great job at establishing a strong navy. This is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. Like, double giants onto the water, what does it mean? Oh my god. It's gonna be really hard for me to do anything, because archers are not great against juggernauts. So no matter what, I basically gotta let this city go. I gotta let it go. Alright. Then, let's talk about this southern city over here. So this southern city, you're kind of trying to figure out how the heck are you going to defend it. These warriors, they're technically doing a smart thing. They're blocking my swordsmen from walking around. It would have helped if you were able to get a port, say, right here. Put the defender onto the water. And then just either move one of these warriors back on. Or do the really expensive play, build a second port to level it up. So that way you can have even more units available, train another defender, and then slowly push back. You also need to start getting these units onto the water. But at this point, this entire navy kind of got dismantled. So what happened? You got a big, giant navy. Yep, they're doing what they need to do, but they're fighting against archers. This is a poor matchup for scouts. Luckily, you have the good follow-up, and you have juggernauts moving in, but you gotta protect your navy a little bit better. It's right over here. Yeah, there are multiple times where I could have sieged. I should have. Like, yeah. There are definitely multiple moments where I could have sieged. But right over here, you're losing all this land. This catapult needs to get off this city as quickly as possible. It finally does. And you do finally start you finally decide, all right, you need a bomber. I think you know at this point the bomber is the wrong play. This warrior needed to have moved here to protect your bomber. But what you didn't know is I was killing your bomber. Well, I was basically killing your bomber anyways, but if what would have ended up happening is Archer ping here, swordsmen siege your city, and then the city's mine. So if you had moved this warrior here, we siege the city anyways, and you can't stop that siege, unfortunately. Plus, now you have this giant that's making its way onto the water. We have a siege that you weren't able to stop here. And at this point, you just don't have units. I think what you're trying to do is spread out what techs you've got a little bit too much. Because notice, if we switch over to my point of view, I'm very focused on what I have. You do want to be trying to level up your cities just a little bit more. Such as a port here would have helped quite a bit. It also would have connected this city. Also gets you another pop for this city over here. Yeah. But at this point, I have a massive archery land force that's able to apply pressure to this city. Whereas this catapult now needs to move. You have climbing? You do have climbing. This catapult needs to move off this city. You do spend your next turn attacking, which means this city is no longer producing units, which is a problem, because you should view each of these cities as a place specifically just to train units. But if you have a unit blocking it, you're losing value. Which means you're only training out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead of 6 cities. Now, in a perfect game, where everybody's just training warriors, would you rather be the player with 5 cities or 4 cities? Tolby is such a nice teacher. I try. That's, the person with 5 cities, unless they really mess up in the unit micromanagement, the person with 5 cities has the advantage because they're training 5 units a turn. And it takes 2 warriors to kill 1 warrior, essentially end a turn. Did push strong and make all your other troops go to waste? Yeah. That's because they all ended up going all the way to the coast. So the archers did exactly what they needed to do. That's the natural benefit of Hudrick. But I also got catapults to deal with your giants. So what we've done with your giants over here as well. Because at this point, this is the part where you need to be throwing units onto the water as much as possible. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cities that are able to throw units on the water. This one is currently under attack. So this one should not be putting units onto the water. You should be defending the city as much as possible. So this one, you've got to put a port here. You've got to be training out defenders on all of these cities and trying to secure the naval superiority. You can go bombers. If you're able to get like a bomber, say, here, that defends this entire coast and makes it to where these archers can't do what I want them to do. If you get a bomber, say, 1, 2, 3 here, since you know there's no land here, this keeps me off the water all the way over here, but you don't have the vision for that because you didn't explore. But it will all defend this entire side over here. That's if you have the time to go with defenders. But you really need sailing and rammers. Those rammers can easily one-shot any archer. And trying to use scouts against archers is a losing battle. Archers are too cheap. So take advantage of your superior unit production next time you're in this kind of position. Because you have 30 stars per turn. So if you, let's say that you just spam out units in all of these cities every single turn. Heck, including this back one here. On average, your units are going to cost 3 stars. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. You still have 12 stars to play around with. So your economy is fantastic. So that's good. Good job. But you've got to be spending those stars to A, be improving your economy. You need to finish getting this killer monument. So just farm kills on my units as much as possible. Like a scout here would have been great. There's no way for me to have this vision. A scout here would have been great. There's no way for me to have that vision. Like literally you have so many stars, literally trade rammers with archers and you still be farmed. Yep. So essentially you just need to be spamming units onto the water. If you spammed enough units, got enough rammers, got enough scouts to just ping all of my units to death, cycle them so that way none of your units die, you definitely could have closed out this game. All right, I have time for one more game. But I got a Polyseum here. You know what? We're going to play Imperius. It's a lot. That one's a lot. I said a lot there. It's quite a bit to digest. You definitely played a great game. But quite a few bits of it were a little unfocused. You lost a lot of units due to micromanagement. You're having lunch? Hey, enjoy your lunch. I'm about to be having lunch as well. Should you play me? If you want. Hey, I know who this is. Thanks for the advice. I'll make be sure to train better next time you'll play soon. You should I could definitely be hosting like a little tournament for players that are learning the game. Alrighty. $520. Fruit. A workshop. I think he's also on a corner. Polytopia is very similar to chess. One wrong move here or there could make a game over. I'm pretty certain this is a mirror match. I'm gonna go Riders. Pass turn. How's it going, Sparky? They must be Omaji? Nah, I don't think they're Omaji. It's a mirror match. We know how Sparky plays. It's a mirror match. But I've got a pretty good spawn right here. 1, 2, 3. Resources. Riding. Train up that rider. Pass the turn. You're Omaji? Okay. Well, I'm wrong then. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and capture. So, there's no point in capturing a tier 1 tech unless you're just planning on... This would be a great place to explore, but I don't have the proper technology to do so. So, take care, Daniel. Thanks for tuning on in. I was hoping to go riders and all that, but seeing all this water changes my plan, so we're going to be going with roads here in a moment. There is land here. Village there? No. There fruit. Fruit. We're gonna explore. I need to figure out what's going on. Ah! Trainer rider here. Pass the turn. I need to try getting on the water as soon as possible. For a turn, though, we're going to go climbing. Road over to here. That to there. Pass turn. What's going to be in the ruins? Start placing your guesses. What the heck? We've got a a lot of people tuning in this week. Veteran swordsman? Of course it would. All right, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Fish. Fish. Resources. Rider. Warrior. Minor misplay, it's fine. We'll live. Pass the turn. Smithery Rush. Our opponent's doing the same thing that we just did. It's a good move by our opponent. We're going to do the cheaper method. We're going to fruit first. Resources. Do I do a border growth? I don't think I do. I don't see a reason to do border growth. Mine. Also mine. We're gonna do population growth. That should do. We're past the turn. Retreats it off. Yeah, fair enough. Good play. Part of me wants to have a potential bridge here, so I do want to set up a fishing port soon. I'm going to go and pick up Smithery. I think Smithery's the correct play. We will be exploring here. And pass the turn. Because, assuming that I get rammers, if the rammers then kill units on the land, we then have a swordsman there. And I'd rather have a swordsman there. Yes, it's expensive. I'm pretty certain it's the correct play. Because with Smithery, we now have a giant here, we now have a giant here. Port. Forge. White port there. In case I want to do some road play over here. It's probably way too far thinking. That's gonna come to bite me in the bum later. We'll find out. The heck is this map? Park of Fortune. How much is it for rammers? We're gonna road here. Population growth. And we'll pass the turn. The heck is this map? Do I get sailing first? I way too often just immediately go, boom, sailing! Ha 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 ha! Is sailing the correct play? Just start pinging? Then get a... Schwarzman. See, if I build a bridge here, then I'd be a bridge. If I built a bridge there, then I'd be able to do the plays I was talking about. Rip to that raft. It's fine. It's just 2 stars. It's really not the end of the world. There's a lot of workshops here, though. He died so we could see. Yeah, pretty much. City walls? I think I just need to focus on improving my economy even further. Actually, try might be really good with market spots you have. Yeah, it's okay. Being indecisive. Juggernaut goes into the water next turn. Schwadsman. I'm going to pass the turn. We already lost a unit. I mean, it's possible for... win a game without losing any units. Is that even possible? Yeah, it's possible. Definitely not happening this game. More city walls. Mark. You guys seeing that, right? Alrighty. Pass the turn. You gonna put a giant onto the port? No, not there. What the heck? Maybe he is gonna put a giant onto the port. Ooh, forestry math can really get this thing going. Probably. I see what you're talking about. I don't think I have the time for that, is the issue. Think I have a lot of time here? Maybe. Issue is I think this is my game to lose, assuming I play too passively, because it's 5-4. Actually, no, it's 6-4 cities. That port on the lake is wasted. Not necessarily. So this one allows him to put a port here to connect these cities. Else it'd be impossible for him unless he built a bridge here. Maybe we do have time. Hunt. We're gonna go full greed here. Border growth. Um, 6, 8. Really? Why does the math not work? It works in my head. Alrighty. We passed the turn. The math always works in your head. Yeah, I was 1 star short. I counted like 6, 8, 7. Yeah, that's 15, not 14. I think we do have time. I think Justini's right. I think we have time. Well, he's going to force me to go rammers. Um... I passed the turn. Fascinating. We have to respect our opponent. I mean, I technically don't have to. We're gonna respect our opponent. Just thinking about cloaks gets you excited. Could be. So yeah, cloaks could definitely do a lot to our opponent here. That's a siege, right? That's so many riders! More! That's a Houdini? I'm thinking that's a Houdini just waiting to happen. Free siege? No! Make it a Houdini free siege? Yeah, that's the whole point. That's what our opponent wants. Is to get a free Houdini. Forget. This rider should be able to kill this rider, right? I'd rather make that trade. But our opponent's definitely setting up for some Houdinis. They're not dumb. No, Sparky is very good. So I was trying to already think in my head, like, okay, if I do this, if I do this, if I do this. No. Our opponent, like, as mentioned before, our opponent wants to Houdini. And we should assume they have it. Alrighty, so back to doing our own thing. We're gonna go ahead and clear this, get ourselves a market. And we lumber halt here. Border growth. Going for the best economy I possibly can. I'm going to position that there to threaten a bomber. Chopping for the market spawn near cap has always looked good for the past few turns. Yeah, it's just I didn't quite have the economy. And our opponent put us in a position where we kind of had to respect the potential. What was the tech before markets? I already forgot. Roads, which we've had for a bit. Yeah, our opponent has the Grand Bazaar. I don't think they've placed it yet. They're about to have the Killer Monument. They've got so many riders. Honestly, I need Aquatism, but we're just going to keep... Oh, wait, dear. You can go there. We're just going to train a swordsman and pass the turn. Thanks, Justini. Our custom house is different. They connect to the ports, right? Let's see. Yeah, custom houses were 2 stars per turn per port. Yeah, that was way busted back in the day. Hooray! That's a good push by our opponent. The main upside is how little setup they required, so you could easily get them early on. Yep. Alright, our opponent's on the water. And Schwarzman. Pass turn. Yeah, this Juggernaut's essentially dead, but by us picking up... They're making a huge push onto this side right over here. Alrighty. Occultism definitely saved that Juggernaut. Oh yeah. 100% saved that Juggernaut.
Killer monument is complete.
Okay. Chop. Fruit. Lumber halts. Lumber halts. Lumber halts. Thought so. Lumber halts.
Super unit.
Ah, shoot. Warrior. Rammer. Swordsman. Rammer 12. Versus a warrior 8 with a wall. Nope, it lives. So that means we're just gonna do that. I think you're overspending on naval here. Some riders to help defend the coast would be much more efficient. Probably. It's just this is a lot of pressure, and I wanted to equalize the pressure, but it would help you get math better. Yeah, probably, maybe. It's just I really don't want this city to take too much pressure because it's really out on its own. But I could be training my own writers. Yeah, we'll try going with riders, but I'd rather have archery. I don't think that's enough, is it? Yeah, just barely not enough. We're so cooked. Nah, we're fine. But the issue is we're just behind in cities. Our opponent did a good job defending. And making it to where I couldn't just solidify my markets as well as I was hoping. Sawmill.
Gates of power.
Pass turn. We're bringing Presto Heart on the water. Yep. Issue is our opponent has the production to be able to spam and waste their units. We don't. I have the economy, I just don't have the production. Alright, our opponent has 12 minutes of time to think, but I may have to surrender anyways, because I am running out of time. Just time in real life. Our opponent's definitely overspending on Navy. I don't know how many times I've had to resign just to get on with real life. Probably over 100. Yeah, I hate having to do that. They don't exactly have the ability to lay the siege and make it stick there. Right? Schwarzman. Cat. Schwarzman. Pass turn. Thank God for all that rough terrain in the west, right? should be able to take this city. It's kind of wasteful of those roads. No, not really. That's applying a lot of pressure to my capital. Again, our opponent has the production to afford all of this. I'm just curious if I have enough to... Schwarzman. Schwarzman. And Warrior. Did I do nothing with this rammer? I did. That's fine. Oh, he wants the Eye of God. That's his current goal. I mean, it's a good short-term goal. Should be able to get in a turn or two. Bop. Slowly creep this on forward. And then the last two both need to heal. But now, so this is the whole reason why I left this spot open. You may think it's wasteful. It's 100% not. Because now we have a swordsman front over here. All I gotta do is pick up archery. What a game. Interesting. He sacrificed it so he can get an extra pop. I thought our opponent knew about this catapult. Gonna let. Archery! Because that is the next step. Everything else heals. Cloaks win? Maybe soon. Now that I've got a catapult front over here, if I can prevent him from getting onto the water, then we... Oh boy. Because your defender front would be better than swordsman. So, the whole reason I went with swordsman, at this point... At this point, swordsman would just be better. You're right about that. Yes, I very much would rather do this. I very much would rather do that. Because then it also allows me to do this. I think this is a much better play here. Math is not... They knight soon? You're right. You're probably right about that. The issue is, I think they invested too much into cloaks. I don't think they have knights. That's what I'm going to bank with. They are going to want to go with the cheaper option to stop my entire front, which is fine. But no kills. Works for me. That actually works a lot for me. Okay, I'm going to put that there. I'm just going to pass my turn here. Knight? No. Be careful, they were giants in the port, and all your stuff will be splatted. They could. I mean, if they do, they lose their giant. I'm running out of time. Dang it! Maybe had to think about too much. Alright, so I'm gonna have to spend a couple turns to fix my unit production. But swords are naturally strong against knights, so... Especially with this big, giant forested area. Not looking super great for our opponent, but again, they have more production than we do. Alright, I gotta spend my time... I gotta spam swordsmen out of here. Knights... We're gonna disband these units that are doing me no good. Am I being too cautious? Probably. That should do it. Sawmill. Lumber hot.
Super unit.
I think that's it. I've got so many stars. I don't even know what to do with them. Navigation. I should probably go cloaks. Defenders next? Probably cloaks next. This is specifically to deal with his knights, and these swordsmen are going to constantly just be pumping out this way with the forest bonus. Our opponent knows we now have knights. So, they have 17 minutes to prepare their turn. But I don't see a way for them to unsiege here. They needed to place down, like, 2 monuments, which they probably could. In order to do that, they're going to have to kill this giant here. They need construction. I don't think they have construction. But if they had construction, they could destroy this port, build a bridge, and then they could rush knights over. And then they could kill this giant. No, they can't. They have to deal with this rammer first. They should have enough units to deal with this rammer, but this is a massive investment for them to just unsiege this one city. Gotta go to dinner? Yeah, I've got to... They're scarfing down dinner. Yeah, I need to eat something too. So what are we doing on our turn? Rushing our knights forward, try to deal with a massive chain here. They've got time to figure stuff out in some form of polycalc. But we need to keep these swordsmen defended up here. Preferably try to get them onto this forested tile, if possible, which is definitely possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, this is the whole reason I placed my ports here and not here, is for the potential of a bridge for a wraparound play. I don't think I'd be able to do this if I didn't have this bridge here. Rework your markets to take advantage of your sawmills. I think we're fine. I don't think I need to spend time reworking everything. I think my next play is navigation. Get bombers placed specifically on a tile like right here. Because a bomber on this tile here, our opponent can't do anything with. Well, can't do anything against it. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay. Back from a quick bathroom break. Back from setting up food to heat up because I've got an appointment. Sparky, if you're doing this trying to make me resign due to life and time, I've already notified the group that I'm finishing up a game. Come on, man. Don't pull IRL on me. That's all I ask. This is a fascinating game. Oh yeah, I do have to eat. It's heating up in the microwave right now. Just grab my meal. If he left, gave up, and never comes back. See, I don't think Sparky's that kind of person. I think Sparky is just trying to pull a real-life thing. Someone pulled the plug on their PC. They did have 17 minutes, so we'll see. So what could our opponent do in this instance? Because they're trying to figure out just something. I guarantee you they're actually still here. They're on Polycalc on some Discord channel somewhere, maybe on their own. Let's assume that they also have a knight here. Their biggest hurdle is... Right now, I don't know if they have the economy to just massively buy something right now. But what my assumption is our opponents, I don't see them. Like, I don't see their killer monument. I don't see their regular other metropolis. So I'm assuming that they have those saved to go here for a giant push, and they were hoping to Houdini. So now they need to kill this giant off. It should be winning when the knights and cloaks come in, since Omaj just can't defend at all. Yeah, that's my hope. Sparky's getting dinner. Oh, think I missed the message? I probably did. I have dinner. Sorry, I need to stop now. Yeah, I see it now. I mean, they do have 17 minutes, so they could literally eat their dinner, unless it's one of those they gotta go to like a family thing and then they just left. But we'll see. You're trying so hard to communicate this, and I'm trying so hard to ignore it, Chris. I think they're literally saying they're shoving a burger into their face. Otherwise, they would resign. Yeah. No, I know Sparky. Sparky's not one to do this kind of rage quit. Now, I could think of somebody else who would, but well, I've got all this time to figure out. I'm trying to go, what are they gonna do? I don't think they have rage. I don't think they have rage quit. I would. This is a tricky position because, like, they've got so many units. They've got more production than I do, so it's really hard to see. Even though these two catapults are literally completely nullifying this entire city, so they've got 5 cities worth of production. This swordsman now has to constantly be making its way over here through these forests, over into here, so that way we can not die. Sometimes I play a game and get album and get invested and start listening and quit playing. Hey Daniel, how's it going? Welcome back. Got my little fidget toy and I dropped it. 31 turns. This is the one downside for Omaji because of the terrain. It's really hard for them to go the hunting path, but they needed archery or mathematics to help secure the water here, because this water's small enough, like archers. Did I even train any archers? No, I didn't. I ended up just using it for the forest bonus. Wait, since when did your streams become low latency? Don't know. Is the quality bad, or? How's the match going? Quality is good? Yeah, it's... I did make some improvements at one point. I'm gonna go ahead and just... This way you could watch the live stream on the live stream. Just, sometimes I do this just to make sure the quality is good. Yeah, no, the quality is great. 17 watching. Honestly, we're almost at 20. Oh my gosh, 19 people. I don't count, so it's gotta be 21 now. I also just closed it, so it should jump back down to 18. But my gosh, the most people I think we've ever had. And we're sitting here for 17 minutes because our opponent had to eat. Not gonna lie, I have to eat too. But, I'm the one that loses if I run out of time. We are falling behind in city, but the enemy cannot break through. They are kicked out of the water. Yeah, we kicked them out of the water again. Not gaming is the best part about gaming sometimes. By the way, I posted a match overview on my channel and mentioned you. Yeah. The game is too intense. I mean, this one was also a really good game. Like, all of our games were really good. Except for my first one. But that one doesn't count. Because it didn't happen. Isn't that right, everybody? Yeah, they're... Pretty much the two games that we played, except for the first one, where I absolutely threw it. Like, sorry, what game? Exactly. The first one, that was against Daniel? What first game? Daniel's game. You missed the first one, so it didn't happen. It's okay. The first game was Daniel's game. Where we made a comeback 7 cities to 2. But that was it was a great learning moment for Daniel. It's sort of like with Chilito, who's been trying to get more into Polytopia. I look forward to Daniel's development. Keep your eye on Daniel. He's back! Sparky's back! Alright, Sparky, you got this. Sparky finished that in 14 minutes. I don't think he used polycalc. Me, I would have been using polycalc while I'm eating. Alright, you guys are probably going to think I'm a little crazy for doing this. But now because of that knight, our opponent can't train units. just out of range. Oh, and they resign. I was just about to say, it's just out of range. This is a moment where we would go here. Thank you. Oh, man. What a game. Waited 15 minutes for that. That's Justini's right. That's the power of markets right there. So that was unfortunately going to be my last game, but we'll review it. Let me get this replay saved. This one was... Oh, shoot. It is... Not Ikaras. Shoot. What are they called? Larpachi versus... That was a Condor game, right? Condor Small Lakes. This one is versus Sisibo. You could buy more tech. Right. Nope, I just got put in the extremely cracked Coliseum bracket. Yeah, because you deserve to be put there. Okay, so this game. Our opponent doesn't get their extremely early village, but hey, they do manage to find one right over there. And oh my gosh, yeah, this start is rough for our opponent. Yeah, the same economy, but less cities. Yeah. That means I can afford better navy. If it comes down to that. So we saw the start. It was actually a pretty decent start. Our opponent starts connecting everything up. We're trying to get onto the water. At this point, we have a good idea about what's going on with our opponent. Also, now that they have their giants, our opponent does the correct thing. They get city walls, which drastically slows us down. Very important on this early game. Levels up their cities, continues to improve their economy, and just look at that. More economy. More economy. 6 cities, 25 stars, 26, 28, versus 4 cities on 23. So the markets probably was the biggest boost to our economy that we had right over there. And y'all saw, I forgot who asked. I think it was Christopher asked, why the port go there? Because in theory, you want your port to be tucked away and hidden. But this is a double tile, which means it's actually possible to create a combat front on that side if you can get 2 units paired up. So a bridge here really would make a pretty big difference, which it did cause us some problems, but since every time we were able to put units onto the water, we were able to convert them into rammers, so it wasn't that big of a problem. The fight for the Navy was actually really intense right over here. And our opponent's doing a good job cutting off us from this side on the water. And yeah, at this point, that's when it's brought up, yeah, we're investing a little bit too much into the Navy. I was really afraid we were going to lose Sumo on that one other turn. Ended up having just barely enough. So right over there. Look at that. We're cut off from our own city. They kill off our giant. They continue to lower how many units we have over here. And at this point, it's another dance for the Navy. The big decision of aquatism gave us a massive defensive bonus. So not only do we have more health, but we also have more defense, and all of our units are going to be way more healthier. Making that push for the lighthouse. But this spot right here, catapult already ready for defense. This catapult ready to defend. And yes, it is going to hurt our economy for a turn. With proper riders, though, that's again going to be thanks to Justini. Man, I got carried hard by chat this game. Another bigger front, but these mountains making it impossible. Round 1 might be free. Nice. I hope you get to play the game. Try to reduce their Juggernaut down as much as possible. Again, we have Aquatism, so our Juggernauts are going to win these trades. And then I'm pretty certain we picked up Archery here and started getting that defense bonus. No, we did not. Right over here, our opponent's trying to just get rammers onto the water, but we have catapults able to defend at these points. This swordsman just barely becomes a veteran just in time to become a veteran rammer. 20 health on that naval unit. And then at this point, now again, it's all about keeping our opponent off the water. $34 stars per turn. Versus 36 stars a turn. We have the superior economy, but they have better production. I think this is the point where we both end up picking up chivalry around the same time. Because our opponent went with the cloaks first. Oh, this one's working its way around? We gotta kill off that cloak. Again, just fighting for trying to keep units onto the water. But our opponent, what they really need to do is pick up something either archery or better off mathematics, so that way they can try to help defend the city a little better instead of with 50,000 riders. Because we're starting to get to the phase of the game where the riders aren't going to cut it anymore. Also, if we take a look, Killer and Metropolis, but they had it saved up. So, this giant right here was that defining play. But did they have it? 22 stars for construction. Destroy this port, build a bridge. Would they be able to then kill off this giant? They would have to kill off this rammer. I think the answer is yes. I think they had that. Because with all these riders, they can end this knight over here. They could 100% kill off this rammer. Get construction, destroy this building, build that bridge for 5 stars. That's 27. And then throw their knights into it. Didn't think of it. They did that one on So that was the biggest play that I saw happening. Heck, actually, if you had put a road here, you would not have had to worry about killing off this rammer, and then you could have just... Is there a road here? No, there's no road there. So you did need to kill off this rammer. But these swordsmen here were also a massive headache, so makes perfect sense. But you definitely could have done that. Not only would you have been able to kill off this giant, you would have been able to Houdini this giant off, and then slow down my aggression right over here, so you could focus completely on the west for a moment. Because again, you had the superior economy. What a game. Oh, what a game. And then after that, we saw the exchanges of they made the big push there. And I ran out of time, but pretty much we're at the part where... Yeah, this cloak is still working its way around. Yeah, I was not thinking of that. That cloak would have landed, and it would have caused me some issues. Yeah, that would have been hilarious. I guarantee you that cloak was going to make it. But there you go. That was one heck of an issue. I should have done that a new game. I don't have time for a new game. I've got to scarf down my food and then take care of another obligation, because I'll be reviewing the IMO Coliseum. So with that, I think that's really the only thing that could have been done there. This was one heck of an interesting back and forth game. If you did that definitely would have cost me a lot of problems here. I would have had a lot of units onto the water still. It would have slowed you down, but yeah, I actually was considering that your cloak was going to be sieging this city, so that's why I threw every unit here, is to give them less spots to hit when that cloak landed. So thank you very much, Sparky, for that game. It was very fascinating. But then we had our swordsmen doing what our swordsmen were going to do. Our one knight, this swordsman ready to move on forward. And at that point, we're on equal production, but I have the superior economy. And the game was essentially over. One. It was 3 turns away. Oh my goodness. In 3 turns, it would have landed. It would have been a headache. I would have had a bomber here, because this was going to upgrade to a bomber. To help defend, but my gosh, that would have been a headache to deal with. Thank you very much for all those games. My goodness. Though both those games were a little too intense for me. That was amazing, but I have to eat. I hope you all learned something. If y'all did, feel free to subscribe. I hate to do this whole subscribe poll thing, but we do Polytopia live streams every Sunday. That is within my power, unless something else comes up. But I do also play some other games just for fun, because the whole point is just for us to hang out and have a good time. I don't know if you guys know about a game called Repo, but I might end up getting that game and playing that, with allowing people who are on my Discord to join. But we'll see. And of course, I've been getting some people into Stellar, so we got a lot of games. We have a lot of games that we're pretty much playing. But Sundays, pretty much no matter what, unless something else happens, we're always going to be doing Polytopia on Sundays. Thank you all very much, everyone, for tuning on in. I'm going to stare at the camera. Stare into the deeps of my... That's as far as I can go. I've got... There's a wire right here.